Okay, today on Sarah the CEO, I am going to be talking about Simparica Trio and my experience that we had this last weekend. Now, I have two dogs. I have a 4-year-old black lab and I have a 9-year-old black lab. And we have been giving them Simparica Trio for about 5 years during our extremely ticky months. So our extremely ticky months in northern Minnesota is May through about November, because we do some pheasant and grouse hunting, so we are in the woods a lot. So we do give it to them all the way through November till everything freezes and we're in our traditional frozen Minnesota and the ticks are not out. Anyway, so we've never had any trouble with Simparica Trio. So last week, I, as a very educated dog owner, I ordered from Chewy.com with a veterinarian approval for Simparica Trio. So I've got the right dose. I've got the same box that I always buy, Simparica Trio. My dog's weight is about 75 pounds, so I'm within the 75 pounds. This box was like $212 by the time I got done paying Minnesota tax for 6 doses. And I gave 1 dose to each dog on Thursday night before they went to bed. Put them out in the kennel. The next morning, on Friday morning, I went out to go check on the dogs, and my 9-year-old dog wouldn't get up. She went to bed just fine. She wouldn't get up. She was trembling, shaking. I looked out. We have an indoor-outdoor kennel for our dogs, so they were able to go out. She was able to go out and go to the bathroom, so I went out and checked on her, and she had vomited on the outside kennel, and this was really abnormal for our dogs. So I thought, well, maybe she's just not feeling good. And as the day progressed, I got her to go out and go to the bathroom. She wouldn't eat. She was drinking water, but wouldn't eat. And then I started noticing in the mid-morning on Friday that she would walk about 10 feet, sit down. Then she'd get up, even 10 seconds later, walk another 10 feet, sit down. And then she started vomiting. So she started vomiting, and we live on a lot of acreage. So she would go over to the edge of our woods, vomit, and just sit there. Like, not come back, just very weird signs. Obviously, I knew that we were probably having a reaction to the Simparica. So then, and during this whole time, she refuses to eat. So she is drinking, so I wasn't too concerned about that. We went through the whole entire day on Friday with, her being very lethargic, getting up, very uncomfortable. Obviously, she's having a neurological issue. And so then on Saturday, she got so sick that I thought we were going to lose her on Saturday. Saturday morning, she sat with me while I was blow drying my hair in the bathroom. Her eyes were rolling back in her head. Very lethargic, still not eating. She had terrible diarrhea. I was able to get her up and to go for a short walk just to try to get her up out of the house. Very lethargic, slept most of the day. I really thought we were going to lose our lab. So then I called the emergency vet because I thought, we're going to end up with this $5,000 bill because we live in the middle of nowhere. So our nearest emergency vet is probably 4 hours away, and we're probably talking $5,000 to $6,000 just to have the dog seen on a weekend. So I did call our local vet, and they told me there's nothing you can do to detox this medication, which that is the sad part. So I felt like I was poisoning my dog. So then the next thing I did is, so I decided not to do the emergency vet because she was drinking. Her vomiting had lessened a little bit. Sunday morning when we got up, I was afraid I was gonna go out to the kennel. I couldn't let her sleep with us because she was vomiting and had diarrhea. So my husband got up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, checked her. I got up a couple of times and checked her. We then went to, on Sunday morning, we woke up and she slept most of the day Sunday. hardly got up. Now the getting up and moving every 10 seconds had subsided. So I think the neurological issue with her had gone down a little bit, but she really had a hard time on Sunday too. She was real quiet. So then on Sunday night, I thought this dog needs to eat something, or this is not going to be good. She wouldn't take any food. We went and got her wet food to add to her dry food. She wouldn't eat that. So I did, by Sunday night, I was able to get her to eat some tater tots, of all things. We had tater tots for supper, and I was able to get her to eat. So I just kept feeding her tater tots. Anything that she could eat, anything she wanted, the dog got, which they're normally not fed people food. So for her to eat tater tots, she was pretty happy. So we made it through Sunday. I called the vet on Monday morning right away. The vet said they very rarely see reactions to this medication. I had given it to her last month. So the only difference was we got it from Chewy. So I called Chewy, talked to their vet tech people, and they said that it's same as with people. You sometimes give it to a dog and they react just as a person would with maybe a different medication. So we're not going to be giving this to our dogs anymore. Chewy did graciously offer to refund us. So I did get a refund. I do have to return this. It's going back in the mail today, so that they can test the lot. I did call the FDA and did a report with the FDA, and I also called Zoetis and opened a case with them just so that they knew that if there's something wrong with this particular lot number. But as an uninformed pet owner, because I didn't, your veterinarian prescribes this medication and you just give it to your dogs trusting your vet. But this medication does contain this, and it's on the back of the box for people that need to be informed, this Solanir. It's a member of the isodoxylene class, which whoever knows what that means. It is associated with neurologic adverse reactions, including tremors and seizures. That's on the box. So basically, I feel like I poisoned my own dog by giving a medication that is absolutely irreversible until it wears off. I wish I would have researched this a lot more. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that use this and do not have any trouble. But just so you know, there are chances that your dog can become extremely sick. Now, thankfully, Solo was able to pull out of this. Today is now Wednesday. She is back to normal. She's chewing on her bones. A little slow still, but she made it through this. So needless to say, we won't be using this anymore. But I just wanted to put a consumer alert out there that this can be dangerous to your dog. Good luck to you out there.